Hey, this is Alex Stafford, and we're here with the Rave TV, and today we are sitting down with one of my favorite bands, In Flames. We have Anders and Nicholas from In Flames. How you guys doing, man?
We're good.
We're good.
Last show.
Last night of the tour?
It'd be a great show. We want to go home too. So
Go home, take a break.
yeah. We got a month off in between, and then we coming right back to America again. So
Oh, that quick?
yeah,
Who you coming back with?
All That Remains and Periphery.
Oh, very nice.
So that'd be a good tour.
Yeah. Well, today is actually your 10th time playing here.
Crazy,
For you, it's only been a couple because you missed out in the first few years.
Yeah.
Do you have any personal favorites or good memories playing here in the past?
Oh, well, so many shows, so
Yeah.
many beers.
Yeah,
It's
a lot
hard
of
to
beers.
remember. But no, the one we talked before the camera turned on, the
Yeah.
Mudvayne thing that we did upstairs. That was
12 years ago tonight,
Yeah.
you guys played upstairs with Mudvayne when you guys were touring for Reroute to Remain.
Yeah, and we were here with Lamb of God as well. I mean, we've been here, as you said, several times, and it's always good. The crowd here is great, and they appreciate the metal.
Oh, well, we love it. We come for good metal, and you
Yeah.
guys, top notch. So now you just released your 11th album, Siren Charms. It's a great album. Now, after having so many albums out, is it hard to pick your set list for a tour, or are there personal favorites you really like to stick to?
Yeah, yes and no. We know what the audience sort of want, and we try. Always want to promote the new one, obviously, but then we throw in some good oldies as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, it could be
Try
different.
to please everyone.
Yeah.
And it should be funny for ourselves to play it as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. It's not every day that you feel, oh, this song I played like 1 million times. It's the greatest thing in the world. But then you see the reaction of the audience, and you be like, wow, it's awesome. So
Yeah.
it could change. A new song could be the worst that night, and an old song could be the best that night, and it can change, totally from night to night.
There's
But,
no pattern. It's just every night is different.
no, I mean, on this tour we focus on one set list. It feels really, really good. Start off with some of our older material, and then it continues into a row of hits.
A whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
So how did your songwriting process, did you guys take a different approach to the last couple albums because you've been doing it for so long now?
Well, we're not one of those bands that stand in a rehearsal room and practice and your riff, no, my riff. It's not what we do anymore. Björn comes up with most of the guitar work, and I do the vocal melodies and lyrics, and then we do, arrangements together and bounce ideas of each other in the studio. And it's really who the fuck is dying back here?
It's someone on the other side of the wall. I don't know.
I mean, our music is very spur of the moment thing. We don't write for a long period. We really need to set a date for the studio,
Yeah.
and then we kind of get in there with everything we have and finish it. This one we recorded the album for 6 weeks, and the first 2 weeks it was just putting the thing together. This riff here, and boom, 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 boom. Get it together, and then lash it out for the rest of the weeks.
This was my first recording with the band, and it was really inspiring and really rough at the same time, because we moved the whole production elsewhere to Hansa Studio in Berlin, and actually being there during that period of the time, in November, December, was really inspiring, I guess. The whole vibe, the whole culture of Berlin during that time. And I think it shined through a little bit within the album.
Yeah,
the sound.
definitely. I was in Berlin like a year prior, and I went to that studio because it's such a legendary studio, and I'm a musical nerd. I want to go there, feel the vibe. But as soon as I came out of the studio, I called up the guys and like, this is the place where we should record, And I was hoping that the city and the studio would bring something to the production, and I really felt it did. Even though people went in with, or some people went in with the intention of, it's just not a studio, But it gets to you. Just walking from the apartment we had to the studio every day, you walk past these, places where people been deported, and you can see holes in the wall, and it's just crazy, Like you go on the street and you see these small stones in the street saying this person died here during the war and all that stuff, and it gets to you after a while. um, and just knowing that, because I started listening to heavy metal when I was about 10, you know, but at the same time I got into Depeche Mode, and that album was Construction Time Again, and they mixed the album in Hansa's studio on the very same console that we recorded on.
Really?
So it was pretty freaking cool, you know, for me at least. You know, I don't know if it affects me, but my own ego got a little boost. It's like, whoa, that's cool, you know.
It's a good product of the environment, and it kind of brings it full circle to your love for the music.
Definitely.
That's awesome. You said you got into metal when you were 10.
Yeah.
Who were some of the first bands that you really discovered? Like, holy shit, what is this?
It was actually one single show that made a huge impact on me. It was in Dortmund and in a place called Westfallhallen, and it was a concert with Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Ozzy Osbourne, Scorpions, Def Leppard, Crocus, Quiet Riot, and MSG. Right? Yeah.
Holy shit!
And that was just like, for me, I just begged my parents, because it was really late at night. I begged my parents, please let me, be up, watch it. And they were,
It was like 3 hours.
yeah, that was amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Those are just like everybody who was anybody at that time.
Yeah, but I mean, I know those bands that you hear at that age, you know, they stick with you, you know.
Yeah.
It's still some of my favorite metal bands of all time. You know?
Do you think it's kind of different when, you know, you were younger and you started getting into these bands, and, you know, when I was younger and I started getting into bands, do you feel that it's different for, you know, our youth compared to the youth now, where they can just go on the internet and just kind of like Google anybody and just find it just like that?
I think the magic is gone somehow, because when I was a kid,
You had to search for things.
search for
You
it.
had to earn it almost.
Yeah. And then you can see an ad. For example, Dio was releasing a new album, Last in Line. Oh, it will be out during the the fall. Okay, then you went for the whole summer, just waiting for it, and then you can see some ads. You can see how it looked.
I mean, it's like, I mean,
you're building up something. That's a little bit gone.
I skipped school just to, you know, be there as when they released Injustice for All. You know, like it was so important, and you couldn't get it in advance. It was just impossible. You know, you might heard some songs on the radio. But being Swedish, we didn't have that many radio shows anyway. But at the same time, I must say, like, it's hard for us, I mean, to get into the mind of the young people today. I mean, they have a different way. They don't know. I mean, fuck, we started before internet, which is pretty crazy to say, you know.
Yeah.
And it doesn't say anything about our age, but no, but it's. I mean, kids today have a different way, and for them today, that's their way. And
it's not right, it's not wrong. It's just
it's
just a different approach. to it almost.
Yeah. And we could. I remember we could go to record stores and stand there for like hours and hours. You know, a pile of vinyls and just listening through, and just like I bought one, maybe two, if I was lucky. You know? And it was such a great feeling going home with that vinyl, instead of, you know, today when everything is there, like you said before, it's out there for anyone to grab.
Yeah.
And also what you said, the magic is gone somehow, according to us. But
yeah. But I was in the record store just the other day, and this was on vinyl too.
Yeah.
So do you still find it like kind of heartwarming to see that yours is on a record?
I love it. I mean, you should see his stack of vinyl that he brings home now from the tour. It's just crazy.
You used to do that as well.
Yeah, I used to. I'm just afraid of buying vinyls here because, you know, the first vinyl that will open up the flood, and I will be ending up with you know, another extra bag of vinyls.
Suitcase.
Yeah. No, but I still find it, you know, when we get the albums, you know, the first print, I get it. To me, it's magical. You know?
Yeah.
Even though I've done it, you know, a bunch of times, it's still this just holding it in your hand, and, you know, the feeling is great.
Yeah, I'm a big record collector too myself, so, you know, I love that it's really coming back. Like CD sales are going down, but like vinyls have still been kind of rolling.
It's a different way of listening to music too, because you take your time. You don't just pop in a song and leave. You actually spend time with the music.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
You put a needle on, and at least you stay for one side. You know.
Yeah.
What I mean? And
you can't put it on shuffle.
No. But you listen in a different way. It's not just there somewhere in the background, you know.
Yeah.
And even though I'm very for all these streaming services like Spotify and so on, but you know, this playlist thing that people are just constantly, it's another way of losing, I think, the magic of the music. You know.
And it's more like there's no song titles. Oh, I liked song 4. What's the name? I don't know. Song 4. Just play it.
Yeah.
That's so boring.
Yeah.
And the sound of a vinyl when you put it on, just
The scratch of a
yeah,
needle.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. It's not that in your face. It's more like just.
No, it's a different warmer
Yeah.
feeling, and it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's not digital, so. You know.
Yeah, it's true though. So, all right, now here's a random question. If besides that festival that you just mentioned, if you had a time machine and you could go back in time and visit any band at any point in their career, who would it be and when?
I would not exactly when, but I would have loved to seen, you know, Led Zeppelin in their heydays.
Oh, that's a good one.
That would be awesome. you
Yeah,
know.
that'd be amazing.
I would love to be a part or be around to see how they made Heaven and Hell album when Ronnie came in with Black Sabbath. Tony. How they wrote that album and how the vibe was around that.
Dio rules.
Yeah, does definitely.
He invented this. That's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for sitting down with us here at the Rave TV. I look forward to seeing you guys tonight. You're one of the best metal live bands, in my opinion.
Wow. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
You guys
Appreciate it.
bring it out. You're always cracking jokes live on stage. So you mosh, you laugh, you jump around, you laugh.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, that's what it should be. You know, we are very serious about our music, but at the same time, live, it's just have a good time.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here.
Absolutely. So
Cool.
Well, hey, thanks again for sitting down, and we'll see you again.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time on the Rave TV.